The starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns just got exposed, and he didn't say a word to do it.
Only quarterback that came to this. By him being the only quarterback that came to this is a telltale sign that more than likely Dylan Gabriel is gone. More than likely. More linebackers. Wide receiver Gage came. Julian Okowa came. Hell, even Jerry Judy pulled up to the workout session. So this speaks volumes about Jerry Judy. Mind you guys, this was
the first official offseason workout of 2026 just happened. Players showed up, coaches showed up, cameras were rolling, and Shedeur Sanders, he walked through that door ready to take everything. But Deshaun Watson didn't show up. Neither did Dylan Gabriel. And in the NFL, silence speaks louder than any press conference ever could. Because when you skip the very first day, an optional day, sure, but the first day of a quarterback competition that the entire league is watching, you just handed your rival the keys to the kingdom. This isn't just a story about who showed up. This is the moment the Cleveland Browns quietly made their decision and didn't even have to announce it.
If I had to project forward based off those comments from Todd Monken, I think that when OTA starts, Shedeur Sanders is your QB1 to at least get this quarterback competition rolling, and rightfully so. When you talk about availability and when you talk about who was the last man to be seen and the last man standing, well, that person was Shedeur Sanders. Dylan Gabriel had been benched. He lost his job to Shedeur Sanders, and Deshaun Watson was not available to play. And so quite naturally, Shedeur Sanders has the leg up should be the front runner as far as who is the first guy to get these first set of reps to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. And I think rightfully he's earned that. In my opinion, he's earned it. I think I've said this time and time again. Tyvus has said it. You have said it. In those 7 stars that we seen from him last year, we seen more than enough to be intrigued. And based on the quarterback room and how it's shaped up today, he should rightfully be the front runner to go out here and win this job.
One of the things that was interesting about Shedeur last year, even when he was on he was on scout team, and even when in training camp when he was with the twos going up against the ones, he always elevated the play of people around him. It was a time where I was out there and they did like a third down period. He got the second team to get like 2 first downs on the ones and stuff like that. So to me, that's all right, this dude can raise the play of the people around him. If Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel, or Shedeur Sanders is as good as they say they are, it doesn't matter if they with the ones, twos, or threes. They will raise the play of the guys around them and still be able to make plays. And I think, honestly, that's what's going to tell you who should be the starter, who reacts the better, who can get players to play above and beyond themselves.
These photos that got released, this is telling me that they're probably for the starting offense, the people that came and worked out today. Now, I'm not saying that is facts, but that's what it's looking like. So they took to their X account today, said workout starts now, offseason workouts. Let's click on this article. So in this article here, y'all see who they got on there first. They know what it is, bruh. Shedeur Sanders finna be the face of the team. People can say what they want. You can hate all you want. Shedeur's gonna be the face of the Browns.
April 7th, 2026. Cross Country Mortgage Campus, Cleveland, Ohio. The Browns posted it themselves right on their official X account. Workout starts now. And the very first face they showed the world? Shedeur Sanders, number 2, front and center. Not Watson, not Gabriel, Shedeur. You think that was an accident? The Browns' social media team doesn't make accidents like that. They know what they're doing. They know who they're building around. And today, they told the whole world without saying a single word. But here's where it gets deeper. See, this wasn't a mandatory workout. Nobody had to be there. It was voluntary, which means every single player who walked through that door made a choice to compete, a choice to show hunger, a choice to say, I want to be the best version of myself this season. And Shedeur Sanders made that choice, alone, as the only quarterback in that building. Think about what that means. Think about what that says about his mindset. This is a kid who came into the league with cameras on him, pressure on him, his father's legacy on him, and instead of letting all that noise slow him down, he's the first one in the building. That's the kind of thing that wins locker rooms before training camp even starts. Now let's talk about the people who did show up. Jerry Judy was there. And honestly, that alone is worth stopping on, because Jerry Judy is in the final year of his contract. This is his get-paid season, his prove-it year. And the fact that he showed up to a voluntary workout, the very first one, tells you everything you need to know. Alabama Jerry Judy might be making his comeback. The version of Judy that was impossible to cover, impossible to contain. If Shedeur gets that version of Jerry Judy on the outside, it's over. Isaiah Bond was there, a receiver who quietly looks like he's ready to break out in a serious way this year.
Looks like NFL insider Cameron Wolf just gave us more insights of the Shedeur Sanders versus Deshaun Watson incoming training camp battle. We also have G. Bush setting the record straight about the media just throwing out anything. They really don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We're going to talk about that in this video, so let's get to it.
My people know it's mad dog to me. Let's go.
So once again, as I said before, Browns reporter G. Bush just exposed the Browns media for just throwing out any type of topic at us when it comes to what the Browns are going to do in this incoming 2026 football season. You have to be very mindful of the content you guys watch when it comes to this, because you have people that know what they're talking about, and then you have people that don't. You have a civil war that's going on that G. Bush will explain for you guys as well. But before we get into all that, NFL insider Cameron Wolf just gave us insights of the upcoming training camp battle. It is going to be a Shedeur Sanders versus Deshaun Watson battle, not a Ty Simpson and all that other BS you guys been hearing.
Their open competition in Cleveland with Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders in particular. Todd Monken, new head coach there, very excited to be able to coach those guys. And look, both players are very different, but they're both playmakers. And there's a lot of excitement in Cleveland about a head coach that will allow them to do exactly what they do.
Showed up, man. So these are the people that they put online that showed up. Maybe more could have came. You know, they did say they might not show everybody that came, but to me, this is a telltale sign that these quarterbacks don't care, because last year they posted Dylan Gabriel when he came. They definitely did. Them not posting Dylan Gabriel or anybody else that came.
Zion Johnson, the new offensive lineman, walked in the door. KT Leon, Harold Faulkner Jr., Mason Graham, because of course Mason Graham showed up. That's just who he is. The foundation of this offense was in that building, working, bonding, building chemistry. And then there's this piece right here that nobody is really talking about. Dylan Gabriel? Missing, not posted anywhere, not seen in Cleveland. Word is, he might still be in Hawaii. And the whispers getting louder by the day, the Browns might be looking to move him. Mark it down, 2 to 3 weeks from now, there will be an update on Dylan Gabriel's future in Cleveland. The clock is already ticking. But this is where everything changed. Because what the Browns released wasn't just photos, it wasn't just a highlight reel, it was a message. Last year, when Gabriel showed up to something like this, they posted him. They made sure people knew. This time, nothing. Not a single mention. Not one photo. The message is unmistakable. The message is Shedeur. Now, nobody should sleep on Deshaun Watson. He's been putting clips out on social media. He's running routes. He looks healthy. He's saying all the right things publicly about being ready to compete. And technically, the general manager hasn't officially announced anything. The quarterback room still has all 3 names in it. On paper, nothing is decided. but football isn't played on paper.
Evaluating the Browns roster ahead of the 2026 season. Now, y'all know we got to get right to the quarterback position. The Cleveland Browns quarterback room currently consists of Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, and Deshaun Watson. Gabriel and Sanders each made starts during their rookie season to gain valuable experience at quarterback. Now, wow, Watson is returning from this Achilles injury that caused him to miss out the whole entire 2025 season. But word on the street,
Football is played in moments like this one, in showing up when you don't have to, in running routes with your receivers before the season starts, in signing paperwork, whatever that was Shedeur was signing in that photo, and making sure the team knows you're not treating this competition like a formality. Watson had a full year off with the Achilles, a full year to think, to prepare, to come back with a chip on his shoulder. And on the first day, the very first day the doors opened, he wasn't there. Neither was Gabriel. If you're them and you know the whole NFL is watching this competition, you show up, you show out, you put the work on display. Because you don't give Shedeur a single inch of ground, not 1 inch. Instead, they gave him the whole building. There's a reason the Browns are keeping their options open. There's a reason the GM talked about evaluating the quarterback room at the Combine and the annual meetings. There's a reason Shedeur Sanders' name is being mentioned in every single piece of content the team puts out. This isn't just about one workout. It never was. This is about who wants to be the Cleveland Browns, who wants to lead this franchise out of the wilderness and into something the city of Cleveland can actually believe in again. And right now, one quarterback is answering that call. The competition hasn't even officially started, and Shedeur Sanders is already winning it. The Browns didn't need to hold a press conference. They didn't need to cut anyone. They didn't need to say a word. They just posted who showed up, and that changed everything. If you made it this far, you already know what time it is. Smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, because this quarterback battle is only getting hotter from here. Every move, every workout, every subliminal message from the Browns front office, we're covering all of it. Don't miss a single drop. The tribe is growing, and you don't want to be the last one in the room.